M0FXB Hamtech, welcome back to the channel. Now that we've got the new XIEGU X6200, which I should be testing I think on Tuesday next week, and of course I will go into every single function that radio does. But anyway, the XIEGU X6100, I still really rate this radio. I'm not seeing a massive difference between this one and the new one. Even the expansion sort of hole they put at the top underneath is a flat metal plate. The FT8 decode is receive only. So I thought I would show you the R1 CBU software again, because that has FT8 decode. But don't get me wrong, the X6200 is still a very, very nice set. The built-in ATU, the full screen scope. But I know that people complain about the birdies, but take it from me, the birdies do not affect how good this is in the field. You go out in the field with this radio, just this radio, and a long length of wire, you will have contacts. And that's a lot, and you get this lovely 4-inch color screen. You can decode CW, RTTY, PSK, you know, send messages. I completely rate this radio. Anyone that disagrees, fair enough, but my personal take is they're wrong. It's a good radio for the price. Remember, when it came out, it was under £600. So go to this link and you're going to get the firmware download by R1 CBU, which has many functions, one of them being FT8 decode. So we use Rufus to burn the image onto an SD card. Then we put the SD card into the X6100. And my guess is eventually you'll be able to do the same with the X6200. If you look at temporarily offline's videos, it's virtually the same radio. Okay, so we've got the SD card. We're going to turn it off. Now remember, when we take the SD card out, it becomes the original radio again. So this, you've got nothing to worry about regarding that. So just come back a bit so I can get my card in. Now I've definitely made videos on R1 CBU firmware before, but it just seems apt that now that the X6200, there you are, did you see that little click there? Just clicks in nicely. Look, gold facing me. It seems apt that now the X6200 is advertised as having FT8 decode, and we've already got it with the R1 CBU firmware, and thank you very much, by the way. So let's put it in, let's just turn it on, and don't worry, if anything goes wrong, it's not going to damage your set. So turn it on, hold it for a couple of seconds, and just wait for the firmware to load. You get that nice wolf, gives you that satisfying feeling that it is going to boot up, and when it comes on, it's going to be totally different to what you're used to. So we'll leave it live just so you can see what it's like when it first comes on. Yes, I'm using a 49:1 balun with a long wire. Being patient there, because I want you to see that you have to wait for it to come on. There we are. So let's just quickly get to a band where there's some activity. 40 meters, and then we'll go to LSB. That's the LSB digital. We don't want digital. There you are. And let's find some activity. We're a bit low in the band. I haven't used this for a long time. Change the step. Still using the existing button, look. I think I'll plug in an external speaker because it does sound a lot better. So just a very old ICOM speaker, SP7, but it does sound really good. So just plug it in. So you can see we're decoding FT8 now. So the way you do it is you go press the app button. It says FT8 here. It also gives you the option here, if you press this button, to put in your call sign, which I did put in already, and QTH. Okay, when you press, the way you use the keyboard, you're going to put in our grid number now, is you press this key here, and you've selected numbers there at the moment. But if we move over, then we can just select the usual letters, and capitals are selected here. So I need to put in IO81. So we go I, across to O, then back to the number 1. That puts you in numbers mode here. Then select 81. And then go back to letters, because I'm MI. And then it's, it's a bit fiddly. Try if your keyboard work. MI. And then when you're done, go all the way across to the tick and enter that. So you've got that in there. So if we go back, press this here, FT8, and then you can go up and down with your band until we want 40 meters here. It says 40 meters there. Wait a minute and it starts to decode. Now there's a lot more to this firmware than FT8. It does CW decode as well. I'm just trying to find out where the dimmer is actually. But for now we'll just turn the ATU on and off. Of course you can still tune, and then you saw at the beginning there, you wait a minute or so and it just all of a sudden it just comes to life. There you go. And it says here TX disabled, but really it should be working because it says it wants my call sign. So press this button here. I think we'll let it. I want you to see it decoding. And if I fail at transmitting FT8 now, it's fine. I can go back and look at the instruction manual. But I did put my call sign in. You can see the different stations, CQ, call sign, their IO81 number, and the signal report here. And I think you can actually move the frequency a bit as well within this range. So I just go push app again, go like that, and then I'm going to press FT8, see if it will let me put my call sign in, because look, TX is disabled. So let's press, oh yeah, look, so show CQ and show all. Right, there you are. So I press the app, it shows the FT8, then I press this button here, app 1 and 2, menus 1 and 2, call sign. So this time it's not letting me put it in. What I'll probably do is do a reboot, get my call sign in, and then have another go. But I thought I'd just quickly show you, because I've got a dash now. But thanks for watching my YouTube channel. More to follow with the R1 CBU firmware 7.3 2.0, 20.0, 7.3.